Hey everybody, we're like strangers.
And we're just sitting here, we're going to answer some questions you guys have asked and want to know about us, so we're going to do it here right now.
Okay, first question is Lauren Farinas, which we all know she won the competition with Skype. She's won again. It's unbelievable. She knows a lot about us. This question is, what made you decide to start playing country music again?
Well, I mean, I think we were both living in Thailand. We just made a pop record, and we wanted to come back to Nashville, and get back to the basics. What got us into music and the writing. We feel like the best writers in the world are here in Nashville, and we wanted to become better writers.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where we started, and then it just kind of became more and more, and now we're writers here in Nashville, and it's a good thing. All right, I'll ask you one, Clint. Kyla Ingram. If you had a chance to sing with a present or past artist on the new album, who would it be and why? Go ahead, Clint.
That's a good question. Let's sing with a present or past artist. Man, I'd probably say maybe Paul McCartney. I know that's a cliche answer, but just probably to just watch him. Just watch him, what he does and his little tricks, and when you're around somebody that's that good, it's always a good thing. It's like surrounding yourself with people that are better than you. A lot of the time can make you get a little bit better. So he's clearly a lot better than me. So it would be nice to kind of watch him and learn.
Good answer, Clint.
Number 3, moving along. We got this from Vanessa. No last name, but you know who you are. What is your favorite song you have ever written? Jeez. The newest one.
Yeah, the newest one. We wrote a song with a really cool guy named Joe Henry, who's and he's an author. He's just written a new book called Lime Creek, and we wrote a song called Break My Soul, and it's just a really cool song. I love the melody and the lyrics. Probably my favorite thing we've ever.
Yeah, I love that. We've written a lot with a guy named John Wiggins, who you'll get to meet here. And we write just so many songs, it's hard to kind of pick. We're cutting one song called You Only Live Once, which I really like as well. So it changes, it always is changing.
Alright, we have here Mana. What inspires you to write songs?
Usually when we write, we just sort of talk with the writer who we're writing with or co-writing with for a little while and just kind of get to know that person, if it's a new experience or if it's with people we write on a consistent basis with. We just sort of talk about anything and everything. It doesn't really matter. Sometimes, something will pop up if we're talking about relationships or we're talking about life, and we might get on a path of an idea or something that we can write about, and something, it always it always depends, but it usually is just from conversation,
Yeah.
Let's see. This one is from Megs, and she says, can you tell us about one or two of your favorite or most memorable experiences involving a fan?
I mean, individual fans, obviously, anytime, just remembering playing with the Moffats and, playing in front of all the fans was great. There's one experience.
Yeah, in Spain?
In Spain that was kind of directed with you, so maybe you should take that one.
Yeah, we were in Spain, and it was a little bit, chaotic. There was a lot of people at the hotel, and kind of everywhere we went, there was just a bunch of people outside of the buildings, and when we got in there, we were up in the hotel, and I was getting ready to go to bed or something, I just had my boxers on, I think. And all of a sudden, this fan comes walking into the room, just unannounced. The doors were open, and they just came walking in, and it just kind of shocked me, because I didn't expect it. But yeah, it was kind of, you had to be there kind of experience, I think.
We had fans. There were some fans who went all the way as to get into instrument cases and try to get themselves wheeled in backstage, or lots of stuff. when you're young, you do crazy things, and but it was all fun. I mean, we had lots of fun with our fans, and we enjoyed every minute of it. Let's see.
Oh, this is my question here.
Okay.
This is from Dave Nakins. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Other than anyone in your immediate family, who had the greatest impact on your musical careers, and why was that? Good question. Well, there was a lot of people that kind of came in and out of our lives. You know, a guy named Dennis Evans was a very important person to us growing up. You know, he was around when we were living in Branson, Missouri, and even throughout most of our teenage years, we still kind of talk to him. And very, very important person to us.
I mean, really, it's everybody who you come across, share paths with, and as you go, they all do something that kind of helps you get to the next level. Exactly. Songwriters, managers, producers, anybody you come in contact with, fans. It all play
the part, you know, and at the end of it, you kind of just go, well, there's a lot of people that were involved in making all this happen, you know. So it's never just the artist. There's a billion other people that are little tiny steps in there. Good enough.
Okay, Lacey Wilson. What are the steps in recording an album? Laying down instrument tracks, vocals, editing, and what step are you guys on now? That's a good question too. Well, we've done the tracking for 6 songs, and we had a great band. We had some really awesome Nashville session guys come in and play. And right now we're at the stage of kind of going through it all and editing and kind of making sure we've got the pieces that we want for the songs. And then as soon as we're finished up that, then we're going to start attacking vocals. And we just got ourselves a brand new microphone the other day, and it sounds great. Yeah. And so we're going to do everything in our place, and we should have everything getting ready to get mixed and sent out, you know, hopefully within the next 3 to 4 weeks. So
that's true. This is from Ryland Janix. They say, after recording the album, are you hoping to sign with an independent or major record label? Well, we're hoping to sign with anybody that really likes it. You know, we played for a lot of labels in town, and you know, we've made a lot of friendships, and it's just sort of, you know, it comes down to, you know, who you feel like is the most passionate about it. You know, because you spend all this time doing all this work and making it, you know, as good as you can make it, and then, you know, you want to give it to somebody that hopefully hears it and really loves it and wants to be able to take it and work hard with it. So, you know, there's a lot of different routes you can take now. You can do it on your own if you want. You know, it's a little harder to make that happen, especially in country, because you need radio. There's a lot of different avenues and approaches, but we're just going to try and find the best fit. You know.
This is from Karina Calderon. Where do you see yourselves musically in 5 years? What about personally? I mean, I see us, you know, continuing. I see us being on the road more than we are right now. Right now we're doing more writing and more recording. I definitely like to be on the road and playing our music for the fans. And in 5 years, you know, hopefully just continuing to try to be better, you know, get better at what we're doing, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. You know, 5 years is a long time. A lot can happen in that period of time. But, you know, I definitely, on the music side, you know, for sure, just I want to be out there playing and in front of the people, in front of the fans, you know, just kind of doing that, which we haven't been able to do for a little while here.
What about personally?
Personally? Well, you know, that's just all, you know, you just can't, you don't have really control over that, you know. Things kind of come in and out, and you just never know. I could have 5 kids by then, I don't know. But maybe not, you know, so it's just, we'll see. I'll answer that question in 5 years and we'll see where we're at. Here we go. Have you ever considered doing one of the singing competition shows like The Voice or American Idol? No, not really. You know, we have nothing really against them. You know, I mean, those are good shows, and obviously a lot of great talent are on those shows. You know, our family and our mom and dad and stepdad all watch it on pretty much a consistent basis. But you know, it's one of those things where you know, we're just sort of doing our own thing, you know, and we've been doing it for a while, and it just feels like we want to be able to have control over, you know, the songs we're singing and how the record sounds, and to not say that you don't have that control if you win the shows. I'm sure you do. But this is the sort of path that we've chosen, and it might be a little bit more of a long road and a little bit more of a complicated road, but you know, both sides are good ways to get your music out there, you know.
Can you talk a little bit about the Afghan tour, maybe share some memories about it, and would you ever do it again?
Yeah, absolutely. I do it in a heartbeat. That was a really, really fun experience, going to a place that you've never been before, meeting a lot of great people, and then, you know, you built relationships with the other artists because you're around them for all close to a month, you know. So we met a lot of really nice people, a lot of great people, and it was an amazing experience.
This is great. All right, now we're on to personal questions. We know you guys have been huge hockey fans all your life. Can you recall some fond memories about when you were young and played Pee-wee? I mean, all I remember when I was playing was my strength was skating, and Clint's strength was goal scoring. And so I remember when we played, I had to, if I had ever had the puck, I had to skate around in circles because he would be on the same team as me, but he would be chasing after me and hooking me between the legs to try to steal the puck from me so he could score. Even if I was on a breakaway and we were on the same team and I was going to score a goal for our team, he would chase after me and steal the puck from me and go score the goal.
Way to go, Clint.
So yeah, center of attention.
It was interesting.
I just like scoring. You know?
Our dad was our coach, and he didn't get it. he didn't understand why Clint had to steal the puck from me, but he did.
But now, you know, we try to even it out. You know?
Yeah. 13. You want to read that one?
13. This Marilyn says, aside from hockey, what other sports do you play? Well, you know, we don't really play many other sports. We watch other sports, but I mean, when we were kids, you know, obviously we played everything. You know, basketball, football, baseball.
We still play basketball every now and then.
Basketball, you know, over at the gym, try to get out. But anything that, you know, we don't make efforts like we do to play hockey, you know. Like there's hockey sticks in our car at all times, just in case the opportunity arises, you know. So, yeah, but I mean, we're fans of sport, you know, just enjoy it all. This is from Justina. How do you deal with the life when you are down, and does it reflect on your writing and music?
Well, I mean, I think we're human, just like anybody else, and so when things aren't going your way, or you know, you're feeling down, you just feel like everybody else. You know, maybe other people deal with it differently. Maybe you like to just be by yourself, or you know,
put in a movie or something.
Put in a movie, a nice happy movie. But I mean, we like to bounce back from it. You know, writing a good song can definitely spark the positive energy again. You know, just getting creative, being creative, and working. I think working, you know, tends to.
Yeah, I think, you know, getting on a motion of, you know, doing things, I think can kind of get you out of that depression, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. You know, if you're a little bit depressed and life isn't going exactly how you want it to go, you know, you just kind of probably have to keep moving along and kind of persevere.
Focus on something you like doing.
Play hockey.
Play hockey. Get out and play hockey.
Get out and play a game, yeah. It's always a good thing. This is a question for Bob. How did you meet Amanda? How did you and Amanda meet? Have you ever taken any college courses? Which ones?
That's for me too?
Those are both for you.
Well, Amanda and I met at Bluebird Cafe. We actually had our first conversation on Facebook, so it is a good place to meet people. Although I can't say that I still use Facebook very frequently for myself. It's too much for me, you know.
Yeah.
But We met at the Bluebird Cafe, kind of hit it off, and then went and had some drinks, and one thing led to another. College courses, no. I'm in high school. That's all I've done, really.
Yeah, me too. Megan Triana says, what are some things you like and dislike about your twin? Is there a way? I don't think there's anything to dislike.
This is our buddy John
Wiggins. Is just
I'm a Latin guy.
You just walked into
Their question
introduction of John Wiggins.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. You guys doing good?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're asking some questions. We're on 16 of 20.
Good timing.
I'll go over here and get my guitar while you're recording.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So Megan Triana says, what are some things you like and dislike about your twin? Well, I guess it all depends on at the time. You know, I mean, there are maybe times when we're not agreeing on something, or if there's a little bit more stress in your life at that time, you're not sure how to deal with it. Maybe you might take it out on somebody. But we're really close. I think it's funny, because every time we see identical twins, they're always together. We play with some guys that are 50 some odd years of age over at the hockey rink, and they're still hanging out, and so.
Saw some twins the other day, too.
They were, just down the street from where we were recording, and they're middle-aged men, and they're hanging out, and so I think that there's a connection there that is really strong, and so there's no dislike, at all. But just like anybody, we have our disagreements, we have our arguments, but we resolve them, and usually you get to become stronger from it, so.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Some people don't know this, but you guys are actually triplets, right? What was it like growing up being triplets? It must have been really busy all the time. I think for kids, it's just cool to have, people around. I mean, like you consider yourself friends, as brothers when you're that close. So it's just nice to have a bunch of friends around. I mean, I remember liking that it wasn't, you weren't always being focused on, when you did something bad, you had some other guys to rely on to get, take some of the, the brunt. But I remember just really liking having a lot of brothers,
Yeah, I do too. I always just thought it was awesome, and Dave's awesome. It's always fun when people are always amused at just the twin thing. But when they find out that there's triplets, it's even more exciting. It's like, because it's a rare thing.
And even Scott being so close of age too.
Yeah, all four of us were really close in age, so.
People are very like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, there was a lot of us at one time.
Which made us why we're all really close,
That's
Chelsea, what is the best life advice you've ever been given?
There's been a lot.
There's been so much.
Like I said, our friend Dennis Evans always said, he made us necklaces that we used to wear until actually, the fan in Spain, when I was in Spain, ripped it off. And I never really got the original back, but it used to say God first, other people second, and yourself third. And it is definitely something that, it's something that I think is an important thing to live by, because if you're religious or you're not, it's because, there's something out there that's obviously much more powerful than all of us. But then...
You think it made you more humble?
I think it makes you more humble, and I think it makes you, when you're in time of maybe being a little bit selfish, where you're reflecting on all of your when you're getting depressed and you're thinking about yourself all the time, which we all do, it's better to sometimes think about the other person first, so that, you can realize that you do have it pretty good, and there are a lot of positive and great things in your life, and I think that it's just a good way to live your life, for me,
And then there was always that really cool thing that, artists, we haven't met pretty much anybody that we've met during the course of our careers. Artists have all had great things to say to us, and, tips and advice. But I remember Michael Martin Murphy, he said when we were young kids, he said, if you love your fans, they'll love you back. And that was a huge you know, something that our dad really instilled into us when he said that, you know, to make sure that you never lose the appreciation and realize that you can only go so far, you know, and it's a lot of that has to do with,
you know, what we do, you know, it's just sort of, it can just stay with us and nobody can ever hear it, you know, so it's sort of one of those things where
it's a good pickup.
Huh?
That was a good pickup.
Yeah.
It was.
And we just sort of, we you know, we're hermits, you know, we sort of stay at home. We just do what we do, and the fans.
They still love you guys, still follow you guys.
I know, it's amazing.
It's pretty amazing. I was talking with some fans the other day who came into Nashville, and we've known them for a really long time, and I asked, I said, why is it that fans of the Moffats that have been fans pretty close to day one, you know, still you know, support us and think about us, you know, and I think there were friendships built, and I think there were things that were much bigger than us, you know, much bigger than the actual band. I think there was friendships that were built out of it, and just getting to know people and becoming, you know, closer with certain people through us, you know, and so I think that that's a really cool thing to be a part of, and you know, it's really pretty amazing that they stuck through all those years.
Yeah.
I noticed with a lot of fans, your music really helped them through tough times, and your music just helped them a lot, and I think that was a big part of it.
Yeah.
Besides relationships too. And
yeah.
It's cool that music. That's the amazing thing about music is it can speak to so many people. You know.
Yeah.
And especially with this last question, so you go to places like.
Will you go back to Southeast Asia someday?
You know, it's cool that you can go over there and be singing in a language that they barely even understand in some countries. But they're singing your lyrics back to you in perfect English. And so they understand the meaning of the song, you know, through that.
Yeah.
It's very cool. And yeah, I would love to go back there. I love Southeast Asia.
I do too. You know, it's a great place, and there's always a really enjoyable memories come out of there. This is a question from Dewey Arish, or RC. That's a difficult name to pronounce. I hope I got it right. This is for both you and I. Do you like cooking? What do you like to cook? I enjoy cooking. I like cooking breakfast. You know, I'm a breakfast guy.
He's the breakfast king.
I've got the eggs and bacon,
yummy.
hash browns down. I got that down. But as far as the other stuff, yeah, sometimes it's difficult. You know, when you have other priorities throughout the day that you want to attend to try and find that time to actually go to the kitchen and make something. So there's sometimes a lot of just going and picking up something, or you know, doing something real quick. But I do enjoy it, and but it's definitely, I have to be kind of in the mood for it, I think.
I'm pretty consistent with, you know, stir fries and pasta. Pretty simple stuff, you know, rice, chicken, you know, real. I keep it pretty simple.
Yeah.
You know.
So that you can just leave on the stove.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. This is the last question. The question is, would you mind doing a quick show and tell about your tattoos? We have a lot of people ask about how many each of you have and what they mean to you, more particularly Bob's tie tattoo.
Well, the tie tattoo in the back of my neck here, I've actually got two things. I mean, I just really wanted a tattoo, and I was trying to figure out what I wanted. I was like 17 or 18, and I just really wanted a tattoo because it seemed like everybody else around me was getting tattoos, and so, I mean, this is my number 11, which is the number that I've used for everything. I like it. It's my hockey number. It's just my favorite number, and so I got that number tie because I thought it looked pretty cool. It looks like two little eyes. And Scott actually got the same one because his favorite number is 11 too, so we both have it. It looks like we're part of, like, we got this secret thing.
Is there a certain meaning behind the number 11 for you guys?
Not really, I just like the number. I think it's a cool
hockey number.
You know, it's my hockey number, I grew up liking it.
And Scott just likes it too?
Yeah, he likes it too.
Oh, that's cool.
I think it was his hockey number too. I think you guys may have shared it.
I guess we may have shared it. You know, and Mark Messier. When we were growing up, Mark Messier was kind of like one of our favorites, hockey players. And so that's why we like that number.
That's pretty random.
It is. It is right. And then I have my initials RFPN, And I was just looking for some. I just wanted to have a bigger tattoo. And so honestly, like if I could get it removed, I probably would at this point.
What's your full name?
Robert Franklin Peter Moffitt. I mean, a lot of people look at that tattoo and go like, why?
Do you do jail time?
Why would you put your initials on your back? I mean, you should know your name. But I just thought it was cool. I'm pretty sure some other people have done it. So,
yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
Well, it is what it is.
50 Cent.
50 Cent. These guys, they put their names on these.
They're gangster.
Gangsters put their names. What about you, Clint? You're the tat guy.
No, I just have two tattoos. This was obviously my family crest, and then this one, I've had for a long time. It was just drawn, and the tattoo artist did their own rendition of it. But yeah, I think about getting some more. I want to get one that incorporates all my brothers, and I haven't figured out that yet, but I will one day.
That was gonna be my next question. Do you guys plan on getting more tattoos?
Yeah. I mean, not too many. I mean, I don't want to cover myself with them, but just sporadically, and just black. I just like simple tattoos. But I don't think I'm done.
I just want to throw something in there. Everybody loves your music and loves that Clint does lead and stuff. But everybody's been asking lately if we can ask Bob to sing lead on a song, and I think it'd be kind of cool to maybe throw that in there.
Well,
if you had,
we don't have anything that I usually sing lead on. I mean, for us, it isn't so much about a lead. Mm-hmm. We sing at the same time, so it's kind of a sound, kind of the way the Everleys
dynamic.
Simon & Garfunkel. So the way that we look at it is that's kind of the sound, and maybe somewhere down the road we might do more individual stuff, but
even on some of our stuff, we try to. Even when I'm singing by myself sometimes, we're trying to incorporate so that it's both of us singing, because really when it's that, it's more of our sound,
Right.
And sometimes that's tough, especially in music today, because it's hard, it's rare to hear two voices in the verses or through the whole song happening, where Simon & Garfunkel, the Everly Brothers, they did it, and they were on the radio doing it, but it's dynamically, it's a little harder to make that happen, because we're all so used to having one vocal then hit the chorus.
It's pretty rare these days too, so
it is. Oh yeah.
It's unique,
Well, the dynamic sound between when he's doing harmony and I'm doing a lead, because we've tried it, just to kind of experiment with it.
Mm-hmm.
But we feel like the sound is stronger when I'm singing the higher parts and he's singing the lead lower parts.
Yeah.
It just blends better than it does. I mean, it's a cool sound the other way too, but we just kind of feel like the sound that we like is the way that we're doing it. But yeah, I mean, Simon & Garfunkel, they did some lead songs, where Art would do a song by himself and Paul would do a song. But
yeah, and probably one day we will probably end up doing something like that,
New song that we can do. What are you doing?
Happy birthday? I want to sing happy birthday.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Is that the rhythm?
I don't know. I thought we'd come up with something. I brought it. I brought it. I don't know if I have an extra one. Yeah, right here. Yeah. Okay. This is happy birthday to everyone having a birthday, right?
Pretty much.
1, 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear everyone. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear everyone.
birthday, guys.
Yeah.